2v2s it has been for a long period of time. It kind of has everything teams want in a 2v2 stage. And it's the closest thing we have to Apocalypse, which was the staple for a long time back when it was still in the game, or in the 2v2 map pool. And yeah,
so,
this is the
okay,
same
that's what I was going to ask, because we haven't seen that, and I felt like that was the go-to stage, so it's not in rotation?
Yeah, no, right now Apocalypse hasn't been in the 2v2 map pool for a little while, and this has been sort of the replacement since then. We're seeing the same comps we saw from these teams in their previous sets, but so far Saphir having taken a big chunk of damage off the back of the blue team, but then answering back hard to Marker as well.
Man, I see everybody in the chat talking about Diana is everywhere, and she really is. That character has been on almost every team that we've seen today, and she's really making her mark. She's been the reason why a lot of these teams have won their games. We're going for the neutral sig there with the blasters jumping in. Nice little piece up, trying to get this stock off of Marker, but nothing doing at the moment. Recovery is there. You know what? I'm just gonna stop talking about people's lives, man. I think that's what I'm gonna do, man. I think I'm dictating too much.
The fastest Saphir very damaged on this first stock. That sidelight sending him flying. Just one well-placed move will be enough to take out Saphir, but Marker needs to play a very safe game. Now, although both red team members are within that KO range, if they find the right engage, they can find a lot of damage, but the neutraler will be enough. Now, a combo over onto Jakeyy as well. GC down sig, and that is the scariest part of Diana's kit by far. The amount of force that you can sneak with that bow down signature. Both teams now onto their second stocks. Marker, the highest damage player on the board, approaching that red state of damage, and the red team accordingly punishing Boots combo out of Jakeyy. Gonna secure that stock, and now a much more sizable lead here for the red team.
That was a huge read on the dodge coming out there from Jakeyy. Snuck that one away, and now Marker down to that last stock. Not a good look. Out on the side, playing with fire. But very good recovery, getting back on the stage. Dark in the middle of the stage. Nice. Catch on Saphir. Can't get what he needs. Couldn't get the KO. Man, that was a wild signature there to try to just cover the side on Jakeyy. Jakeyy said right back at you with the
Oh,
GC. Goodness. Oh, Marker's in danger, but the turnaround with the Saphir is going to take the stock of Saphir. Now, still about, pretty highly damaged. Not in KO territory yet. One more good hit could do it, but I'm going to call two. Yes, yep, that one, and then one more of those should be the stock. But we get back on the stage. Got to survive for a moment. Marker all alone. Oh, that weapon toss didn't quite combo. Trying to get the stock off on the side. Jakeyy was in danger. Marker is definitely in more. All right, finally back on. Playing it safe. Oh, hold on.
Grab pound. Grab pound as well with the exhausted recovery. Dude. That is crazy. He manages to live that and secure the stock for the red team. And now it's Dark left alone. I mean, it's going to be rough to some already of the combo, but Dark had a very valiant effort at protecting Marker, who was down a stock super early. Jakeyy going deep with the side air. Ground pound going to be ripped. The red team choosing not to overextend here, just play their advantage. They know that Dark has to come to them and going to get dodged through, and Dark has to go for something crazy and recognizes it, but the end light's going to come through from Jakeyy, and that's the first game going the way of the red team.
Yeah, that was that was going to be a hard one.
The amount of damage that this team can build up off one good interaction, they have those combos completely on lock. I think Dark and Marker have had a very solid neutral, and they're able to take space really well, but the red team capitalize on advantages so hard.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Once they catch a lead, we saw from their set earlier. Oh my goodness, snatched them straight out of the signature. Very well done. I love those save plays, man, when you make a play to keep your teammate alive, but after saving 2 times in a row, we are going to watch as Dark is the first one to fall.
Marker could also not be long for this world. Going to get disarmed by that lance combo out of Saphir. Dark flowing with the spear slightly, though, as Jakeyy has to return to the stage. Still hasn't touched the ground. Is able to make it back, though, as Saphir swoop to that lance sider. Dark caught out by the boots for a second, with Jakeyy going deep for that double downer. Could be in trouble. Dark doesn't find the pogo, and now the boots dropped in favor of the gauntlets here for Jakeyy. He does find the side sig into the handoff to his teammate.
Ground pound. Yes. All right. Got that stock off. But we do have Dark. Even some good damage here. And like we said, the red team capitalizing on leads. They're probably going to make something happen with this here in a moment, as we see Saphir still holding on to his stock. Hasn't lost that first one. There it is. Securing that one is Jakeyy. Jakeyy is, so the way that they're playing it is kind of like, Saphir is kind of like the backup, stay alive, punish you for trying to punish the teammate. And Jakeyy is the KO securer, man. Finally going to lose that first stock from Saphir. But, I mean, the lead's already been begotten, man. This is beautiful stuff from them. Nice little combo. Didn't do too much, but anything matters at this point of the game.
Absolutely, yeah. Dark already in that orange on this final stock, and Saphir still has taken no damage on his second. Dodges to the side there, trying to play a perfect second stock game. He will fall to that ground pound at the bottom left of the stage. Saphir going to try and play safe at the edge of the stage. Finally takes a little bit of damage on this second stock, but the end light comes through the NSIG as well, and Saphir making this lance look flawless against the blue team. Jakeyy just playing back, knows that Saphir has that room to breathe with that extra stock and so much health to work with. Axe going to be picked up. The blue team could not be long for this while the side air going to be attempted to be interrupted by the blue team, but still hits its mark.
Man, trying to get something to happen here. Can't really get it. Man, they couldn't really get a touch on Jakeyy. The only one they were getting touches on was Saphir, and he still had 2 stocks left. So we see another clean victory from the red team.
But I think I respect this comp a bit more in terms of like meta presence. Obviously, double gauntlets. There will probably never be a time where double gauntlets aren't in contention for a strong 2v2 team, and Wushang especially is just so good with so many different legends. I'm already seeing why like that swap to the double gen is good. That immediate handoff like is just so much more comfortable for a team like this.
Man, okay. You know what? I like it. They're focusing on Saphir to start this one off, and I think that is the right play. As long as you don't get robbed on the side of the stage. There you go. All right, making it back. Now, they are focusing on Saphir, but they are still at a damage deficit as trying to get back on the side of the stage. Oh, the team damage. Ground pound, but the double dare. Yes! Oh, the GCD light!
Jakeyy, get back there, bro! Just back and forth for Jakeyy. Roller coaster of a interaction there. Saphir trying to clean up what Jakeyy couldn't, but now could be in the same position. In fact, he is. Sweat beads come through, and the blue team do actually take their first notable lead of the set.
Finally, in contention. I like it. And that's what it is. We got the swap of the characters. I love that, like you said, he gave over. He said, you know, I'll come off the bow. I'll go ahead and play Wushang. You go and get the bow character. You know, they had a discourse, and I think they made the right choice. Nice there to get back on there. A little punish. We got some nice safe play going on here from Marker and Dark.
Yeah, they're playing a very different neutral as well. It's a bit less scrappy. When they had the Diana on the pitch, they were in the field. They were playing like a bit more messy in terms of just like finding raw damage where they could without as many handoffs and combos. This is a much more orthodox style of play we're seeing, where they're playing around handoffs and engages. Although still the red team are managing to bring back a small lead here. The Gauntlet side of Marco are putting in work. Dark can't find the NSIG there. The handoff going to come through from the red team. That NSIG not going to be enough. Jakeyy finds another like Saphir is there to clean up with the downer.
Wow. Look, Jakeyy and Saphir, just a slow burn team, held it together after they, you know, fell down in the deficit early on and just pieced it together chunk by chunk. And now they're in the lead. Marker on the side of the stage, eating damage. Both players out on the side. Dark tried to come save the day, but Marker finally touches ground at 1 exclamation point. Gonna hit a Sayer on Saphir. What do you go for? Tried to go for the pogo, but
oh no!
Jakeyy came over and said, "Nothing doing, homie." Oh my goodness! I cannot believe he made it back to the stage. I honestly can't believe it.
Yeah, Dark there to relieve the pressure. Jakeyy now 230 damage and still going to go in deep with the gauntlets. Finds the gift and the second as well. Jakeyy.
That was nuts. That was absolutely nuts. Oh my goodness. You know, you take those first 2 stocks, you gotta be kind of confident, right? I understand it. But to watch the